Right, thank you. Our first featured reader, I'm really thrilled to introduce Leslie Harrison, who is a local poet, but a writer of national and international acclaim. So we're very pleased that she's with us. Her second book, The Book of Endings, was a finalist for the National Book Award. First book, Displacement, won the Bakeless Award in poetry from the Bread Loaf Writers Conference. And her recent poems have appeared or are forthcoming in the Kenyon Review, the New Republic, West Branch, and elsewhere. And she is an associate professor here at Towson University, so I'm delighted to introduce her, Leslie Harrison.
Hi. First, an apology. I'm getting over a cold. If I have a massive coughing fit, I apologize in advance. I'm going to read 4 poems, I think. 2 from the Book of Endings, and then 2 new poems. And I'm going to start with the 2 from the Book of Endings. The first one is called Stutter. I said love because it came closest. Said leave because you did, we do. This peeling off, each from suddenly other. Said come back, but meant don't go. I said dead and meant every one of those instances of vanishment, how the dead swim away from us. In time, they're tied, they're closed wooden boats. I said tide, but tide was never right. Said tide because we have no word for that kind of unforgiving away. I said tether when I meant anchor, and when I meant stay. But when I said stay, one thing I meant was against confusion, against yet another loss. I meant two-faced Janus, January's god of fallen gates, of trying to look both ways. And when I said farewell, I meant again, don't go. But it was too late. I was here, in the hall, this tunnel, full of mirrors, glass, and strange made-up faces. And when I thought funhouse, I meant its opposite. I meant this rusty carnival town, the men so sad they paint their smiles in place. They paint their faces white, their eyes wide and full of crying. I came to Baltimore from the north, and one of the things that Baltimore has that the north does not is cicadas. So I became fascinated with cicadas. This is called wrong. Wrong, as in not right. Wrong. How the ground gives some things back. Cicadas, for instance. How 17 years have gone, years of nowhere here, years of not cicada. And now the swarm, now frail glass wings, and now mouth, and now devour. The flowers too. Tucked, sucked back down, coffined in their own pockets, their purses of save and wait all summer, fall, all winter, and then again they come, somehow different, somehow exactly the same. How worms curl, nest, and feast in fallen whalebone, how not one of them becomes the whale, lost in the pressured dark, how the mouth of the river dies in the mouth of the ocean, this sad equation of water unequal to water, how the swan's obscene neck curls in the muck like a question the world keeps refusing to answer or always answers wrong. This next one is from a new series, and every line begins with an ampersand, so you're going to hear a lot of and. The title of this is Selva Oscura, which is Italian for dark forest. It references the opening of Dante's Inferno. Selva Oscura. And sometimes the dawn is reason enough, and the light slices open the sky, peels back the dark, and the trees keep night wet and skippy in their bark, and the night says thank you to the trees with abundant shadow, and sleep requires humans to double down on darkness, and the trees are prison bars, and humans are afraid to enter there, and I am not afraid, have never been afraid, and therefore I am not human. And the writer posed a question, said woods or hell, and Virgil chose hell. And abandon hope, they said, leave it outside. And therefore the forest is full of discarded hope and full of abrogation, and the animals are lawless, and the trees grow where they will, in wild tangle of strangeness, and I chose forest instead of hell, and therefore I am not Virgil. And I walk the trails by the light of the stars, and we are nocturnal. And nocturnal means we belong to the night, and not the other way around. And in the dark, we are safe from the predators, and time is the most efficient predator of all, and we are safe from time until we are not. And through the branches, the clear dark sky, and look at the sky and the way night gives us a river of stars, asleep in time and asleep in their own burning. This last one is called Voyager Parable, and it references Voyager 1 and 2. Voyager 1 and 2 are currently about 13.8 million light years from Earth. They're the two spacecraft we sent out into the universe with golden records, and they may end up being the last and only record of human existence in the universe. Voyager Parable. Today, I am downhearted, meaning sunken, meaning mired. Come and be with me in the places just vacated by the predators, first stillness, then the rustle of applause, for the incandescent light of survival, for the mighty who hunger but do not dwell, for the timid in their stillness. Even sound waves are a kind of migration, how somewhere out there so deep into the sky we can't find it, something is singing a song full of static, ecstatic with our survival. Somewhere closer by, a cicada is crawling out of itself. It will grow wings and it will die. On the record, a tree covered in snow. Even trees begin their lives as a journey, first a fall, then a breaking. On the record, violence implied by an ancient wall. On the record, my childhood lighthouse. Not one shipwreck, weapon, predator, not one war. If the record migrates in only one direction, We are frail craft. We are small fry, born into mystery. We sleep in our skin, waiting to be woken with touch. On the record, a baby cries and someone sings, and the record flies on, and the crickets go on chirping, and nothing ever dies. Thank you.